You have faith-driven people, you have agnostic, and then you have atheist. And I believe those are all the different versions, right? What would I consider myself? I'll let you figure that out. When I was 21, I left the church, grew up in a Christian Baptist household, and I began a new journey. I started meditating in 1997, and I would do this pretty much every Sunday back then, at least. And then eventually it kind of simmered down a bit. But the main thing that came out of that year, 1997, was meditation on December 25th at the beach. Yes, on the shores of Santa Monica. I would go there on the morning of December 25th. Very quiet, empty streets in Los Angeles. And get out there on the shore, lay out a blanket or not, and get into some meditation. So yeah, that was the beginning of that. And I have not missed a December 25th since 1997. Now, of course, that's a little bit of my backstory, but I mention this because regardless of what your path is, whether you are a Christian, Catholic, Muslim, Buddhist, whatever it is, you all have strength within. Because right now, that's exactly what is needed, whether you are driven by faith or not. You were born with this. This was your birthright. When you came into the world, that's an element that was put in you, and you just have to find it. You know, there's a saying, adversity shapes character, which is very true. Adversity shapes character. There's a lot of people out there that they don't do well with adversity. When adversity comes, they cringe or wither like a leaf and crumble. And you have to find the strength within to be able to tackle adversity dead on. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I've never done drugs. I'm 44 years old, and I've dealt with everything in my life dead on. Now, that's not, of course, I'm not trying. This is not a ploy to get you to go sober or anything like that. You know, you do what you do. Although if you were to ask me, I would say sobriety is king. But you do what you do. You have your own path. But again, the strength within allows for you to attack adversity head on, straight. Find the strength within. And a big part of that, at least for me, has been through meditation. I do not claim to be an expert in these matters. Not at all. I am just sharing my experience and hoping that somehow you can take from it. And there's something very, very powerful when you go inside of self. And you have to ask yourself, how often do I take the time to go inside of self? Am I always looking at everybody else? Am I always looking at things on the outside of me? That thing that's breathing inside of you. The thing that speaks without you moving your mouth. I remember watching a video. KRS-One was kicking some knowledge to people. He's one of my favorite rappers. And he was mentioning this. And I said, bingo. That thing that speaks without you moving your mouth. Right now, pick any word you want. Let's pick a word. Alive. Alive, that's a good word. So you're going to say alive without speaking. Okay? 1, 2, 3. You see? You just said it and you didn't have to move your mouth, although some of you probably did say it anyway. But that voice inside of you, Yeah, that's the strength within. That's what needs more attention. And when you give it more attention, you give more power. It's like a muscle. You have to constantly work it. That energy that's contained inside of your body, you have to work it. And a part of working it comes through meditation. Don't necessarily have to do it for 2 hours, although you can. You don't necessarily have to do it for 45 minutes or even 30 minutes. You can do it for 5 seconds and it still have potency. Because that is how powerful that thing is inside of your body. The thing that you need to give attention to right now. So the more you give it focus, the stronger it becomes. Your thoughts have power. There's a saying, thoughts become things. Me and my best friend, we talk about this quite a bit. Your thoughts have power, and there's a lot of thoughts that go inside of your mind on a daily basis. If you were to write down these thoughts, man, you would really see your true self right there on the paper or on your phone if you're taking notes electronically. But these thoughts have power to them. These thoughts can create realities, real situations. In many cases, what's going on around you is a direct reflection of what you think about the most. That's right. It's almost as if your environment, the people you associate with, what you attract is a mirror of your thoughts. Think of this. There are thoughts that come in that are negative and there's thoughts that are positive, right? But which of those thoughts do you dwell on the most? Do you dwell on the negative thoughts more than the positive thoughts? Are you always thinking about what you don't have? Are you always thinking about how bad the day is going to be? Are you always thinking about how much a person gets on your nerves? Whatever it is, how often, how much time do you invest in negative thoughts? Now, take that and look at the people around you, look at the situations that occur. Okay? Now, it could be the flip side. How often do you spend time thinking about positive things? How much you love the day, how much you love being alive, how much you love your family, how much you love your children, how much you love reading, how much you love writing, working out, sex, whatever it is. How often do you dwell on those kinds of thoughts? The feel good. The feel good. Even in times like this, feel good is possible. It doesn't seem like it, not at all. In your mind, you're like, feel good, where, how? That's not possible. Well, perhaps it's not possible because you don't think so. So by simply changing your thought, perhaps you can change the outcome. And that is the key element of the strength within. Let's try this. Go outside. Hopefully you already are. Perhaps, I don't know, you might be inside right now, but go outside. Take me with you. Go outside. All right, there's a lot of sounds right now outside. I want you to use the outside environment. Okay? I did this before in previous episodes, but I want to try this here. I want you to choose one sound, and I want you to focus on that one sound. 30 seconds. I'm going to count. All you have to do is focus on the sound and breathe. Ready and go. and come on back. Now, if you were here with me, I would ask you, where were you? And you would describe to me what sound you chose to listen to and focus on. That's the first step. We just did 30 seconds. You focusing on a sound and staying there and breathing. 30 seconds. And that's really all you need. You can go longer, but that right there is enough. Elevating the strength within, developing the meditation skills, developing the concentration skills, right? We're going to try this in other episodes. I'll be elaborating on this in more detail, and we're going to expand and grow, because now more than ever is the time to do this. Please subscribe, share, like, that would be helpful. So I will be here with you every Monday, 9 a.m. This is from my mind to yours.